Now let's go ahead and create one derived element. There is nothing more to explain about it. It will be more clear once we do the hands-on. So in this exercise, we're going to create a derived element of month by grouping the months for this specific year into quarters. So we are going to create a report by using the blank report template, and these are going to be the attributes, and here is your metrics. Then we are going to see how to create a derived element for those for that month. So I don't want months to be displayed like this. I want these months to be converted as quarters. So we are going to follow the steps over here. We are going to create a new list, and we are going to name that list as Q1 2010, and we are going to define what forms a part of that list, that is which months are to be included over there. Similarly, we are going to do a Q2 2010, and we are going to do Q2 and also Q3 2010, and we are going to observe in the report how a year or how individual years have been changed or grouped into months. And you'll also notice that the profit or the metric has got summarized at the list level or at the group level. Now also I'm going to show you a quick tip how to edit the derived element and how to remove that derived element. So let me go back to demoing this to you before we go ahead and take questions. I am looking at page number 51 in my handouts. So we have already logged into MicroStrategy, selected the tutorial. Let us go ahead and create a new report. So click on Home, New Report, Blank Report. Now I'm going to create a report using year, month, and profit. So I should be able to find, here is my year, here is my month, and I'm going to go to metrics and search for profit. And I'm going to add it to my column. So this is my report template. Let's run this report. Okay, now let's change this long looking report from months to quarters. So what you're going to do is right click on the header of the month till you see this window popping up, and you should select derived elements. So click on derived elements and you should get this editor over here. Now, what do we want to do? We want to create a new list. You can create a derived element of, it can be a list, it can be a calculation or a filter. Calculation and filters are a bit more advanced, so I would like to restrict the scope of the derived elements for the sake of the training to a list. So let's select list. Now, my list is going to be, since you did this derived elements on the header month, it already populates the values of month over here. So let us call this Q1 2010. And once you do that, you click on this green check mark over here. Now let's go ahead and put the elements in 2020. One quick tip, you can press Control on your keyboard, press on the first element, and go ahead and press on the last element that you feel will be a part of this list. So I want Jan, Feb, March, April. I'm sorry, press Shift on your keyboard on the first and the last element. Okay, and click on this over here and click on Apply. So you should see those popping up over here, and you'll see that they have gone away from this list over here. Now let's go ahead and create a similar one for Q2. So click on New List. Let's call it Q2 2010. Let me take May to August for now. So Shift on my keyboard on the first one and on the last one, and OK. And lastly, I'm going I'm sorry about that. I should have clicked on apply. I shouldn't have clicked on OK. But however, this gives me an opportunity to show you how do I go back to the derived element. So right click over here and select derived elements again. It's going to open up that editor. Now click on new list and let's call it 320 10 September to December. And now I can click on OK because these are the only groups that I want. So before I close this, you can observe how Jan, Feb, March, Jan to April and May to August have got replaced with the list that we just created. But you see September, October, November and December still being displayed as individual items. That's because we didn't form the group. So now I have formed the group and I've called them September, October, November, December. You can click on apply if you want to see that you have the right summary over here. And now if you see even after you clicked on apply, it's already been applied over here. You can close this by clicking on OK. So this is how you create groups or derived elements on the fly. And let's say you're done with your analysis and you feel that it's not necessary for you to have these derived elements anymore. So you would right click on the attribute header and click on clear derived elements. There is one thing I wanted to show you. If you go to the report objects, once you create something or once something changes from a regular attribute to a derived element, there is a small change in the icon of the attribute. This is the icon for a regular attribute and this is the one for a derived element. So if you want to clear it, right click and click on clear derived elements. So once you get this message, if you are sure that you want to clear it, click on OK. And notice how the icon of the month has got reverted back to the original one. So this ends up the module 3 completely. We spoke about custom groups and derived elements. Any